As an adult, I've been working hard to live out the value of diversity in my everyday life. I grew up in one of the most diverse communities in Philadelphia, and my Quaker school education through the 12th grade put a huge emphasis on the value of diversity, as it's one of the religion's main tenets. Living out diversity in my work would be cultivating a truly diverse core and pushing for different views and opinions in conversations with my colleagues. As a recruitment manager, I would search for diversity of all types in candidates, not only in the most obvious ways of racial and gender diversity, but also nationality, sexual orientation, socioeconomic background, and differences in experiences. Cultivating a diverse core would allow students to learn from their teachers' backgrounds and experiences, as well as the lessons being delivered in class. Finding candidates from all types of backgrounds will strengthen the core, as it will allow for diversity of thought and action to create strong solutions for problems. I would personally be constantly exploring and exposing myself to different ideas and cultures, both inside and outside of work, through articles, conversation, and research. Discussing diversity is always both a challenge and an opportunity. I come from a privileged background, but my time in a Quaker school and as a Teach for America Corps member have given me a lot of time to discuss and explore the value of diversity. I think a main challenge in this role is discussing someone's diversity with sensitivity and without commodifying it or boiling down a person to simply one adjective. Race, socioeconomic status, previous experiences, all of these can be very sensitive topics for people, and in order to probe them in depth, one needs to navigate the conversations carefully and respectfully. It may be a challenge to consider someone's background or discuss a candidate while collecting the information needed to make a good hiring decision. In general, I think being genuinely respectful in conversation and aware of my candidate's body language and tone will help me make adjustments in my approach and will help me overcome this challenge. As important as diversity is for our core, it's equally important that each candidate is considered based on their full application. And I think that staying focused on a candidate's whole profile can help avoid narrowing them down to just a single trait. Living out the core value of diversity has been challenging at my most recent job, but I guess out of the experience I can say that I'm much more comfortable mingling with those at the top of the socioeconomic scale than I was previously. Additionally, my ideas about and opinions on corporate America have been stretched and shaped by my time at the Boston Consulting Group. While my role within the company is small, I have joined the community service team in my office and am working on a proposal for the office to partner with local high schools for career days. Despite this, it definitely has been a struggle as a new employee in a small role. Outside of my job, I am living out the core value of diversity in two main ways. First, I am volunteering as a GED tutor for a program that helps homeless men get back up on their feet. I've never worked with men of this age or of this circumstance before, but I'm thrilled to be teaching them, and I'm learning a lot from my time in the organization. It's amazing to see these guys' commitment to learning, to hear about their various life experiences that prevented them from completing their degrees. Additionally, I have been seeking out articles, speeches, meetings, and protests that concern the national conversation surrounding Ferguson, police brutality, and the death of Eric Garner. Philadelphia has had many gatherings surrounding this issue, and I have been pushing myself to read news and opinions from sources that I may not have sought out in the past in order to broaden my perspective. I firmly support Teach for America's emphasis on recruiting potential Corps members who share similar racial or socioeconomic backgrounds of our students. During my time in the Corps, my students were very aware that most of their teachers were white, while most of the students were not. I saw firsthand in my schools how powerful it was for students to have a commanding, fair, attentive teacher who came from a similar background as themselves. Students felt more easily connected, more understood, and more inspired by these teachers who served as an amazing example of what is possible for my students. While great teachers can come from any background or situation, placing Corps members of similar backgrounds into the classroom sends a strong message to our students that a meaningful and successful future is absolutely possible for them. I think in the future, Teach for America needs to be focused on attracting those potential Corps members to the program and then giving them the support they need to make the transition easily. After I joined the Corps, traveling to institute, registration fees, and then moving costs surprised and challenged me, even though I was lucky enough to have the support of my family. It's crucial that recruits from similar backgrounds as our students feel that Teach for America is accessible and possible for them so that they can make the positive impact needed in classrooms across the country.